I want to talk real quick about lists and schedules. Lists and schedules are really two portions of the same animal, right? They're a way of writing something down and organizing it in written form, really so that you don't have to forget about it. I use lists and schedules all the time for me and for my kids. I like to use these for summer. I have these self-laminating sheets. You can get these at Meijer. I wouldn't order them off of Amazon because they're usually way too expensive. You can also just use a sticky note, a piece of paper. Those sheet protectors, they're plastic that you put the paper inside of. You can use those with a dry erase marker. The reason I like those is for things that my kids are supposed to do every day, like get up, get out of bed, get dressed. Their daily school schedule at home. All of those things, they're the same every day. So I don't have to rewrite the same list 5 different times a week, 7 times a week. And they can just use the dry erase marker to cross off as they're done. They get a lot of satisfaction out of that. And they also like wiping it clean at the end of the day to show that they did everything they were supposed to do. So I like to use those. The reason that I have a schedule for my kids is it keeps them feeling safe. It gives them a sense of predictability, and they're much more willing to do different things through the day if they know that this is just a part of my day. It only takes a few minutes. It's going to be done, and then I'm going to be able to go out and play, or then I'm going to be able to play my video game, or I'm going to be able to have a friend over. I do use schedules for school, and I've done that since we started, since everything happened in March. Some days we've altered from it a little bit, but for the most part, my kids like it. And then lists for things that they ask all the time as well. What can I have for lunch? What activities can I do during free time? What are the art things that we have in the house that I'm able to get my hands on? Then they're not interrupting me while I'm trying to work, which tends to irritate me a little bit because I'm deep in thought about something, or I'm answering an email and then I lose my train of thought. It also gives them a sense of ownership of what they're doing. It gives them a sense of control, and it helps them feel a little bit in charge of their life, which right now I wish all of us could feel a little bit more in charge of our lives. So it just kind of helps keep some peace and harmony. For kids with ADHD, for young children, both do not have a very good sense of time. They don't have a very good sense of structure for themselves, making that structure, keeping themselves accountable. So a list really gives that structure. It makes it tangible. It makes it black and white. They can look at it, and they don't have to try and keep in their heads all the different things that they're supposed to do. It's hard for adults, and it's really hard for little kids too. So it really helps them out. My kids also use it. I have one already in middle school, one going into middle school, and then they already have a little bit of an idea of how to do that for themselves. I still kind of have to help them a little bit with middle school, but it gives them also an ability to keep themselves on track and feel a little more in control when they're in the crazy 6th to 8th grade years of life.